Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly forgotten why you came in? The group of friends hung out at Shirabu Kenjiro's, just a little after midnight. Someone has been attacked last night on 12th Street, can you believe it? Heh. Again. In the middle of the room sat Shirabu, with a beer bottle in hand. Semi, pouring some chaser. Ushijima, munching on some snacks, while Satoru is snuggled up on him. That's the fifth one this week. They say it was a bloodthirsty vampire. What have you been smoking? Ahahaha. Yeah, that's so unlike you Semi. It's a myth. Vampires don't exist. Is that right? I agree. No such thing as blood-sucking demons. How do you explain the bloodshed? They got bite marks too. On all the victims. That's absurd. What a sick bastard. Mo, I thought you've been watching the news, Wakatoshi-kun? It's cause you kept on asking me to have said. Satoru covered his mouth before another word came out. Someone could be pinning them on some shitty tale to conceal the truth and escape their crimes. Shirabu took a swig on a beer bottle he held on his right hand. Makes sense. Easy with the alcohol, babe. Vampires? No way, man. Not possible. What if I tell you they do exist to this very day? The room went silent. Shirabu's feet tingled. He couldn't deny the fact that he's been a little excited and interested. He decided to blame it on the alcohol. Hey guys, have you heard about the story of the vampire with no name? They looked at each other before shaking their heads. I wanna hear it. Let's hear it. Fine. This better be good. The story goes like this. Eons ago, there exist demonic entities known for their atrociousness. Such creatures have human blood-sucking, flesh-eating tendencies. Yet during those times, not a single human existed. They had to resort to different methods in order to save their species. To survive. Not only once have they been successful. Consuming flesh other than a human being's is useless. Their stomachs would churn and cough up thick black blood-like substance which lead to many deaths. These poor creatures eventually starved, resulting in their extinction. I thought you said they exist? Now they're extinct. How are they human blood-sucking and flesh-eating if there are no humans to suck and eat? Seriously. I don't know. It's a freaking story for God's sake. God Ushi. That sounds disgusting. Satoru is definitely a vampire. Except he'd be sucking and eating something other than blood. Good point. It's called fine dining. Nah, darling. Tendo nudged on Ushijima's shoulder. Ushijima smiled bashfully. I do not need to hear that. Bahahaha. Oh come on babe. Don't act so innocent. Everybody knows you do it too. Semi licked his lower lip and winked at Shirabu. And with a dead expression, Shirabu winked right back. So what happened then? I thought vampires are immortal. Yet, as the earth ages, so do these forgotten creatures. They've been imprinted and buried and lived on inside the memories of clusters and colonies and clouds of life forms. They took shape of every organism imaginable. They are immortal. Until one day, a physical body was formed. No shit. Shut up. So they are, indeed, immortal in that sense. If I was to borrow Satoru's words, this is getting good. Born from the memory of the first intelligent human being. Descendant of Nsoᴍᴇ. However, the said creature ceased to rouse. He showed no signs of life. A cold, lifeless body, born of a memory, without a soul. Through time, the number of sleeping shells increased, yet still robbed of consciousness. A new body would lie asleep in a common chamber several tiers lower than the former. And after 2 million years, rose not one, but two demons, with eyes aglow. One named 1435. And the other 140, 350. Lapsed by hectocentennials. The hierarchy is strictly observed and respected. The level of tiers signify the superiority. The central body, composing the eldest descendants alive, stays in charge until the core member awakens. The one they call, hairs. The eldest descendant of Nsoᴍᴇ. The vampire, with no name. Waiting for hairs to join the party, I've heard in the old times, they were called keepers. It has been forgotten when Dracula became a thing and people went crazy about vampires. People with brains, the size of a pea. I can see why they're called descendants of Nsoᴍᴇ. She's the goddess of memory. To forget her of all people. We must have made her insanely mad. Now she bestows her wrath upon us. Wow Ushi. Just wow. 1435 is the third eldest memory. 140, 350, is the 38th. For some unknown reasons, they stirred awake at exactly the same time. They became the largest contributors to the discovery and explanation of how a vampire acquires consciousness. Vampires are birthed from a human being's bad memories and nightmares. Born asleep, red face and squalling. And only awakens the moment their mates are born. Some mature over time without ever waking up. When it reaches its peak maturity, it stays ageless. Some never woke up. And in rare cases, some never found their mates. How is it fucking possible not to find their mate? They're in a single motherfucking chamber where a pair wakes up at the exact same time. So how? It's not like they're large in number too, right? No semi. There are only about 600 of them in our world. And as I've said, rare cases. There's more to finding a mate. Wait, our world? You mean they reside in other worlds too? Babe, you're dumber than I thought. Humans live on Earth. Vampires feed on humans. Get it? Shouldn't they be dead if they sleep and don't eat that long? From emergence, their bodies are made to survive long periods of time. They feel no thirst, no hunger, until they're awake. A vampire's sustenance comes from human dreams and memories. Memories are to be consumed instantaneously. Vampires usually feed on forgotten memories but never bad memories, as these act as slow poison to their kind. While dreams are the strongest and the sole form of sustenance susceptible to being bottled. A year is the longest it can withstand, before it completely fades away. This is the reason why vampires are wise creatures. They feed on memories, and take them as their own. So they really are telepaths. Can't we skip the minor details and just go to hairs? You won't understand it without knowing the past. It's alright, just tell him. A little more than 2 decades ago, rumors of Hare's awakening spread like fire. Holy shit. That means his mate was born. Bullshit. Do you have evidence to back it up? The rate of amnesiac patients skyrocketed and no one could figure out why. That proves little to nothing. They've also reported cases of missing bodies and gruesome serial killings in the same year. I read in a newspaper directory. According to my mystery nerd friends, there might be some kind of connection to those cases. And who are these mystery, nerd, friends, of yours? Finally. Yo bitches. Konbanwa. The group of hotties made their entrance, ruining the looks by carrying bags of snacks from a cheap shop. Rayon said he'll catch up. Did you bring more beer? Yeah. Go menace. I completely forgot. Ha. Talk about son of leaving. Shirabu I Satoru without him noticing. Son of what? Son of a bitch. Ha. Everyone in the room laughed at Hayato's witty remark. All except for Shirabu, who kept a straight face. And Eita, silently observing him. What's this about son of leaving? Is it related to his story? You know what, Ten? If they really do exist, I'd like to meet one for myself. Be careful what you wish for, Kenjiro-chan. Shirabu poured the can's contents onto his mouth. He shook out the bottle, yet nothing but a drop fell out. Ah shit. I'm getting caught up in it. Whatever. Let's just get some more beer. Shirabu stood up, raised a hand to his chest, motioning Gashiki to stop him from leaving the scene. I got it. I think we have enough left in the kitchen. Shirabu headed his way, swaying with every step. His head spun a little. He could hear Hayato and Taichi's laughter echo in the background from the room next door. Too early to get drunk. His kitchen is luxurious, displaying double islands with marble countertops. Glass enclosed cupboards containing porcelain flatware. The sleek look says a lot about Shirabu's lifestyle. Grand. The kitchen is furnished with a second dining area with a connecting veranda. Just about it, is the wine storage. Oh. I think I ran out of beer from 2 days ago. I wonder how they feel about some wine. Shirabu made a few small steps and came to a full halt, when something glowing from the balcony caught his eye. He hastily slammed the doors open, thinking it might be a burglar. Shirabu wobbled as he walked back inside. His heart is beating like drums in a marching band. He was dazed. Cheeks flushed. His mind felt like mush. He held his breath and stood motionless in the middle of his massive kitchen. What was I about to? Shirabu rejoined the group, still wondering what he was doing out on the balcony. Babe. Huh. Ah. Yeah. Semi raised an eyebrow. Didn't you hear me call? I couldn't leave Taichi, he was making a scene. You did? I don't think so. What did I miss? Taichi chugged down 2 bottles and accidentally dropped and broke it. He kept on screaming, "Ay. There's a bomb, we're getting ambushed, take cover." While rolling around on the floor until he fell asleep. That's so like him, ha. This guy can't hold his liquor, at all. Can't be helped if he guzzled 2 bottles in one go. Eita watched Shirabu closely. He's been acting strangely, ever since he left the group. How long have I been gone for? Shirabu rubbed his left arms nervously. You seem out of it, are you okay? Yeah, definitely. He wasn't. Yet if he told him that, it would be bothersome to explain the feelings he couldn't understand himself. And the booze? Oh. Hayato, I already asked Tomu to buy more, Cause this sexy right here, is taking so long. He texted me, said he's on his way back. That. I was gonna get you but. Eita leaned closer to his ear and whispered. Hey, your face is beet red. We don't have to tell them you didn't want to share and drank all the booze. Eita stepped back and winked at him. How long was I? About an hour. Shirabu Kenjiro walked into a room, and suddenly forgotten why he came in.